Good afternoon and welcome to the Amsterdam Nightly News. We are your hosts, Gianna and Ian. We have come to you with breaking news on a recent story occurring in our hometown of Amsterdam.
Just today, 19-year-old Henneke has been tasked with a goal which some would say is unachievable. As the main provider for her family, she works undercover for the black market, buying and selling illegal goods against the orders of the Green Police/Nazis.
Normally she deals with inanimate objects, for example, food, clothing, cigarettes, alcohol, and things of that nature. But one of her clients, Miss Jennison, began begging her to find a girl by the name of Miriam Roodveld. Miriam was a 15-year-old girl, Jewish girl, that Miss Jennison was hiding.
Just today, as Miss Jansen went out, Miriam escaped and left all but the clothes that she originally came with. She took with her khaki colored clothes and a blue coat. It is unknown where she is at the time, but the search is only beginning.
Knowing the risks, Henneke could not help but try and find Miriam. She felt a slight obligation knowing her boyfriend Boss was killed in the war. She starts getting in touch with everyone and hopes to find more information about Miriam. Her friend Ollie says he might be able to help her.
Ollie brings Henneke to this so-called meeting, which is actually a resistance meeting. It is here where she finds a girl by the name of Judith. Judith is her main lead here. Judith takes Henneke to her cousin Mina because she thinks Mina will be able to help her out. Henneke then discovers Mina has been taking pictures of the war to document both the good and the bad sides.
In the midst of the war, there are nightly roundups of Jews after curfew. One night, Judith and Mina were both taken, saying they will be sent to a deportation center within 2 days. With the help of Ollie, he helps get them into hiding safely. But in this process, he informs Henneke that Miriam had been taken to the deportation center and is scheduled to be sent out within a matter of days.
Before Henneke leaves, Ollie gives her an address telling her to memorize it. This is the hiding spot of Mina. Ollie said it may help her. Doing anything she can to find Miriam, she goes to the foreign house. When she has arrived, she realizes it is one of the houses of her former clients, Miss De Veers.
Looking out the window, there was a building across the street. It is the deportation center. It is then that Henneke requests to talk to Miriam, asking to see the photo she had taken from the previous night. In just a small slide, it is clear that Miriam was sent to the deportation center. So what will happen now?
All right, now let's go to our weatherman, Mason.
Hi, thank you. We are hot on the tracks of developing story Miriam and Henneke. Henneke has now been following her for a couple of weeks now. We are hot on their tracks, and we wanted to bring you an in-field review or a report from, somewhere in Amsterdam, undisclosed location, of the weather. It is a very rare sunny day outside. Grass is greener than ever. Spring is in full session, and we have flowers abloom everywhere, and the smells that we are getting are very rich and full of pollen. So just a quick little review and a quick little update from the heart of Amsterdam with an undisclosed location. Thank you.
Welcome back to Internet Nightly News. Today, Henneke has been trapped with finding a young girl, Miriam, that is dressed in a blue coat, as mentioned earlier, and endangering her life as well as her family. This internal conflict, man versus self, also caused another conflict, reminding Henneke of her family, of her relationship with Boss before he died in the war, and hinting things about her other relationships, like between Elizabeth and herself, with comparing it to Amalia and Miriam. I just got breaking news that Henneke just found a conflict between Miriam, Christoffel, and Amalia.
Miriam and Amelia also had a man-to-man conflict because they were always going for each other and they disliked each other.
This caused a big twist in the story. They switch identities like Leo said, and thank you for staying tuned for today's episode.
Thank you very much, Melissa and Mason. And you're right, Mason. There are some very pungent pollen smells out there.
We just got updated news on Miriam. She was in the deportation center. It is now up to Henneke and Ollie to start planning the plan to get her out. They set up just outside the path that the deportation group is going to take.
As Ollie was getting the attention to distract the guards, Henneke found Miriam and told her to run. And as she was running, she got shot in the back of the neck. This led to some looking into, and Ollie got her body into a safe place.
Henneke came to the conclusion that the girl killed wasn't Miriam, but in fact her best friend Amalia. This led to much confusion, eventually leading Henneke to decide to go search for the true Miriam and get the full story.
Once she found her, she told Henneke the story and they switched papers. This wrapped up the conclusion of our news story. It taught a lesson to push for what you want in life and what you believe in, that no matter what the situation is, one can make the best out of it. Your dream may not be your reality, but one can take reality and turn it into their dream.
This is shown when Ollie and his group of friends formed their resistance meeting to fight for what they believed in, and shown when Henneke began working for the black market business in order to help the life of herself and her family. This concludes our evening broadcast. Tune in tomorrow for another episode of the Amsterdam Nightly News.
Thank you.
Clouds, it's sunny, and it's blue skies, like the girl in the blue coat. That leads me to my next point. Great. So, the blue coat is blue like the sky, and